Here's a quick tutorial on using WAGO Visual Designer to assign permissions and users to your device. So I've got an example program here already made, but I want to walk through what the setup looks like. So you can see I've got a screen here and it's got a setup for showing different operator levels. So I'm calling this level 1, 2, and 3. One is going to be an operator level. The next is an engineering level, and the third is an admin level. So in something like that, I could assign these different users ability to access different buttons and settings. I can also hide things from a display from a user who doesn't have credentials. So in order to do that, one of the first things I need to do here is go to Tools and Identity and Access Management. So here's where I can set up my users. And what I've done here is created an admin user called ADM, an engineering user called Eng, and an operator called Ops, just for simplicity of typing that in. So when I click on this, you can see that I can create a username here. And all I really need to do is assign it a password as well. So in this case, I'm just going to edit this password. And I'm going to make the password ADM as well. So I could set up my users here. These permissions here are related to system level permissions. So it's also related to settings on the device. So for example, engineers and administrators are only able to change the IP address of the device where operators are not. So you can check the manual or the online help for assistance with these, and I'll show you what that looks like. So if I click OK there, I've got my users set up. And then you can see here I've got a couple objects, and what I want to do is just assign visibility to these different objects. So when I'm logged in as a user, I get this green checkbox. So under my object view, you can see these are my check circles. And what I've done is if you scroll down to the bottom of the properties list on the right here, you can set up something that says on insufficient permission. You can disable or hide a button. So you could disable a button so that the operator or user could not press it. I could just hide it totally, or I could give an overlay that shows that that button is not pressable. So for this case, I'm just going to do hidden. So if I'm not logged in as ops, it's going to hide this green checkbox. And then the other thing I need to do is set the permission. So if I click the pencil icon here, I'm going to assign that to operator. Similarly, if I look at the other circles here, I've gotten this set for hidden and engineer, and then hidden and admin. So this checkbox should show up based on who's logged in. Just an easy way to show who's logged in. Okay, so let me go ahead and load this application to the device. So I'm going to check this box here and download it. Save my project as well. And one other thing you can do that's pretty neat is start the VNC server on the device so that I can log into it remotely. So it's going to say it started the VNC server, and then you can click this launch button and I can actually view what's going on in the HMI. There is a separate user here, so by default the username is user and the password is PASSWD. So that's going to bring up a VNC instance of this application running on the hardware I have. So if I navigate to this third screen here where I have my users, you can see none of those checkboxes are showing up. What I can do is click one of these login buttons and I see the list of drop downs. So my admin, engineering, and ops. And let's do admin. And here I can type in my password. Click OK. As you can see, I get the checkbox here and it's showing me that the current user is admin. So what else I'm going to do is go ahead and log out just to show some of the settings, system settings for this device. So if I'm either in front of the touchscreen or through VNC here, I can click and hold on the screen, and that's going to pop up my settings menu. So I can go ahead and click on settings. And if I'm just logged in as the guest, you can see I don't really have many options here. But what I can do is if I want to change the IP address or any of the settings on this device, it'll ask me to log in with the same credentials that I have used during the runtime application. So once I log in as admin, you can see I've got a lot of other options here. For IP address settings, it's under network settings and IP config. So you can see now I'm able to make those changes. When I'm done, I can hit the home button here and log out. And that's a basic tutorial of user management in Visual Designer. Thanks for watching.